Hello everyone. Today we are going to study Flamingo chapter 2, Lost Spring Stories of Stolen Childhood, written by Ans In. In this video we are going to study short answer type questions, and these questions are very important. These questions have been asked many times in previous years board examinations CBSE. Question first. What is Saheb looking for in the garbage dumps? Where is he and where has he come from? Answer. In the garbage dumps, Saheb looks for useful items which can be sold for cash. As these items can be traded for money, they are just like gold for him. Saheb and his family live in Seemapuri, a slum on the periphery of Delhi. His family had migrated from Bangladesh. Question second. What explanations does the author offer for the children not wearing footwear? Answer. The author offers various explanations given to her by the children, like simply not caring to take the trouble of taking their slippers down from the shelf to wear them. Not wearing footwear is a tradition, and so on. However, she feels that it is simply an excuse to hide a perpetual state of poverty, as many families cannot afford to buy footwear for their children. Question third. Is Saheb happy working at the tea stall? Explain. Answer. Saheb took up the job of performing odd jobs at a tea stall, but was unhappy because he was bound by the work he had to do. Thus, he had lost his independence, which he had earlier as a rag picker. Question 4. How is Mukesh's attitude to his situation different from that of his family? Or it is his karma, his destiny. What is Mukesh's family's attitude towards their situation? Answer. Mukesh's attitude to his situation is different from that of his family because he is determined to become a car mechanic. His father, a bangle maker, could not do anything for his family except to teach them the art of making bangles. His grandmother accepted her husband's going blind from polishing bangles as his karma, his destiny. She believes that they cannot break their God given lineage, but Mukesh does not want to pursue this trade. Question 5. Why does the author say that the bangle makers are caught in a vicious web? Answer. The workers in the bangle industry of Firozabad are kept in poverty by being exploited at the hands of sahukars, the middlemen, the policemen, and the lawmakers, the bureaucrats, and the politicians. Thus, they remain poor. They cannot form cooperatives for their betterment. Moreover, their children are also compelled to join the same trade at an early age, thus remaining in the vicious web. Question 6. Describe the irony in Saheb's name. Answer. Saheb is a poor rag picker who lives in Seemapuri. His full name is Saheb-e-Alam, which means Lord of the Universe. The irony lies in the meaning of his name itself. According to his name, he should be a king and enjoy all the luxuries of life. But unfortunately, he is a barefoot rag picker who lacks even the basic necessities of life. Question 7. Why did Saheb's parents leave Dhaka and migrate to India? Answer. Once Saheb's parents lived in Bangladesh amidst the green fields of Dhaka. There were many storms that swept away their fields and homes. That's why they migrated to Delhi and settled down in Seemapuri looking for an occupation. Question 8. What did garbage mean to the children of Seemapuri and to their parents? Or, in what sense is garbage gold to the rag pickers? Answer. Garbage means gold to the poor rag pickers because some of it can be sold for cash, thus becoming a means of survival for the children of Simapuri, and for their parents it is providing them their daily bread and a roof over their heads. How was Sahib's life at the tea stall? Answer. Sahib took up the job of performing odd job at a tea stall but was unhappy because he was bound to work that he had to do. Thus he lost his independence which he earlier had as a rag picker. Question 10. Describe Mukesh as an ambitious person. Answer. Mukesh is an ambitious person because he wants to become a motor mechanic by being free from the vicious web of sahukars, middlemen, policemen, bureaucrats, and politicians who exploited them. He has the courage to dream of becoming a motor mechanic. Question 11. Who is Mukesh? What is his dream? Answer. Mukesh belongs to the bangle makers of Firozabad where each family is engaged in bangle making. Mukesh's dream is to become a motor mechanic and to learn to drive a car. Thus, he wants to be his own master. However, because he is caught up in the vicious cycle created by others, it may seem he will not be able to realize his dream and will remain a bangle maker. Question 12. It is his karma, his destiny. Explain. Mukesh's grandmother believes in destiny. She believes that they cannot escape from the God given lineage. It is their destiny to suffer like this. They were born in the caste of bangle makers and will always be one because they do not have any control over their destiny. Question 13. Why could the bangle makers not organize themselves into a cooperative? Answer. The bangle makers could not organize themselves into a cooperative because they were trapped in the vicious circle of sahukars, middlemen, policemen, bureaucrats, and politicians who exploited them, जिन्होंने उनका शोषण किया. If they tried to organize themselves, they would be beaten by the police and put in jail. Question 14. What does the title Lost Spring convey? Answer. Spring is associated with childhood. Just as spring is the season when flowers bloom, जब फूल खिलते हों, Similarly, childhood is the period when an individual blooms. Individual means vyakti. When an individual blooms and grows. Anish Jung here presents the horrific truth about the life of children in India who are victims of child labor and are not allowed to grow and bloom freely. Their childhood or springtime is lost. Last question. Listening to them, I see two distinct worlds. In the context of Mukesh, the bangle maker's son, which two words is Anish Jung's referring to? Answer. The two words that the author refers to are those represented by Mukesh parents and Mukesh respectively. Mukesh has the courage to dream big in spite of all adversity. Whereas the other bangle makers of Firozabad have resigned to their fate and have suppressed all their hopes and desires. Mukesh refuses to follow the God given lineage of bangle making and wants to be a motor mechanic. lineage मीन्स वंशावली. अगर आपको मुकेश का करेक्टर स्केच देखना हो या साहेब का करेक्टर स्केच देखना हो तो डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में लिंक पड़ी है, जाकर देख लीजिएगा. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग मी.